Making It Millennial, and today I am so excited to stuff my cash envelopes with you guys. You'll notice if you saw my first video, my envelopes looked a little bit different. When I started using the cash envelopes, I just used plain white envelopes, but since then I started making my own clear cash ones just to keep things a little cleaner looking. So I will have a link to my Etsy shop down below in the description box if you are interested in some of these clear cash envelopes for yourself. I'm gonna have labeled ones and decorated ones, as well as the standard envelopes, which are just these envelopes without hole punches, as well as the hole punched ones. I hole punched mine because I plan on keeping mine in a little planner. With that, let's go ahead and get to stuffing. So first I want to explain the two different kinds of envelopes I have. I have what I consider sinking funds, and then I have envelopes that I consider revolving funds. So for my revolving funds, these are categories such as, I'll show you mine, baby. I am 6 months pregnant right now, so this cash will be used to stock up on things like diapers and wipes and clothes. Anytime we need to go get something for baby, I take the cash out of this. I have groceries, which is self-explanatory. Car maintenance, so this is anything like car registration. I know I have to renew my license, so that would go under car maintenance. My husband's radio in his older truck needs to be replaced, so that would be car maintenance as well. Spending, so this is anything like just any miscellaneous things we might want to spend money on. Laundry, we live in an apartment complex where our laundry machine uses quarters, so at the end of every month I will take the cash that's in this, go to the bank, trade it out for quarters, and that'll be our laundry money for the month. So those are the revolving envelopes that I have. So my revolving funds are just like if you think about a revolving door, it's constantly moving and constantly going. So money and cash will constantly be going into these, but it will also be coming out. I don't have a set goal or a set amount that I'm working to for these ones. It's just when I need money from a certain category, I can pull that out at any time. So for sinking funds, these funds are things such as house savings, so saving for a new home, a new car. This is not going to be a brand new car, but a new car to me. Cash savings is a little bit different. We'll explain it a little bit later, but basically I want to save up 3 months of rent for us, Christmas gifts, and birthday gifts. So these 5 are considered my sinking funds, meaning once money goes in to these envelopes, it does not come out until I hit the mark for my goal. So if you'll look at my revolving ones, there's only one piece of lined paper in here. There's nothing on the back. For my sinking funds, each envelope has a little lined piece of paper showing me the total where we are now. And then if you flip it over, I have a goal broken down in little smaller chunks. So eventually for our house savings, I'm doing it in chunks of 500. So when I get to $500 in here, I can color it out. It's just a fun little way of tracking our progress and seeing how far we have to go. Each of these has different goals in mind. So for house savings, our goal is $10,000. So this one, I'm very well aware that it's going to take a while to fill up, but it's still fun to have just to check. Our new car, my goal for a new car is going to be $8,000. Our cash savings, so what I did was I multiplied $1,700 by 3, and I believe it got me to $5,500. So that would be 3 months of rent in cash saved up. So our goal is $5,500. Christmas gifts, I have a goal of $1,000 just because I know with having a baby, I know myself, I want to be able to make sure that I have enough to spend on my husband and my baby, and then my mom and dad and my brother also. Birthday gifts is a little bit less, so my goal is $400. I figure between my husband, myself, and baby, that's plenty with a little bit of wiggle room. So those are my sinking funds. And you can see the difference between the revolving and sinking. So revolving, cash comes in, cash comes out. Sinking, cash goes in, and we do not touch it until we hit our goal. So while this is my first stuffing video, I have already stuffed my envelopes twice. Once when I started, and once when I sold a desk and got a little bit of extra cash earlier this month. So this is the third time I'm stuffing my envelopes during May. In my last video, I explained that I would be taking $200 out of the bank to stuff this round, and I was actually able to take out $250 because I got a $50 refund from Amazon, and instead of doing nothing with that $50, I decided to add it to either a sinking fund or a revolving fund. I still haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with my $50. But we'll start with the $200, and because I have 10 envelopes, it's a pretty easy breakdown of each fund getting $20. So I always make sure that I count and I update my little trackers. That way I know exactly how much is in each envelope. So I will start with my revolving funds. All right, so starting with revolving funds, my first envelope is my baby envelope. So I have $30 in it currently. I have all 10s today because I thought that would be a little bit easier. So I'm taking $20. I will put it in my envelope and I will update my little tracker. So today's date is the 19th. So 5, 19, 20. I now have $50. So I'll put that tracker back in there. Set that to the side. My next one is groceries. So I'll take all this one out. I have 35 currently. I'll take my $20, add it in there. So 5, 19. I now have $55. Car maintenance, I have 50 in there so far. So adding 20 will bring me to 70. And most of the time while I'd be doing this, I would be taking all of the cash out and counting it, but I just counted it earlier today as I was changing from my white envelopes into my clear envelopes, so I know the amount is good. So for spending, I had 30, but adding 20 brings me to 50. So I will add that. And my last revolving fund is laundry. So again, add the date and $50. Because I'm choosing to take out a more even amount that's easily divisible by 10, most of my envelopes have the same amount of money in there. It's pretty consistently $50 in most of these. Car maintenance does have a little bit extra, and so does groceries, just because those are things that I want to always make sure that I'm staying on top of. But that is why our envelopes are pretty consistent. I do make sure that I'm taking out an amount that's pretty easily divisible by 10, just because it makes my life easier. And now with my sinking funds, I will make sure I not only track on the front, but I also am going to check on my goals in the back, just to check on my progress. I have plans to make prettier versions of both the front tracking system and the goals for my sinking funds, but for now, my little lined pieces of paper work just fine. So for my house savings, 5, 19, 20, I'm going from 55 to 75. And I'll check the back. So my first milestone for this one is $500, so I'm not able to color anything with that just yet. For my new car, I'll be taking this out, adding 20, so that brings me to $50. Check again. Nope, same thing with the house savings. My first milestone for this is $500, so I can't color anything in just yet. For our cash saving, this one has a little bit extra, and this, as well as our house fund, are my two biggest goals, and the ones that I want to really pour our energy into. So for this, I'll go from $17.60 to $17.80. Add my $20. I'm also going to, this next round, when I pull out cash at the end of this week, I'm gonna take this one and get some bigger bills. So, but again, checking, same thing with this one. Our first milestone is $500. So this one, actually, I can color in up to 3 of them. So I can cross off 500, I can cross off 1,000, and I can cross off 1,500. So I'm a little bit farther away from my $2,000 goal, but it's still fun to see that first full row crossed off. So I'll put this back in here and set this one aside. Right, for Christmas gifts, I'm going from $30 to $50. So for Christmas gifts, our first milestone is $100. So I'm halfway there, but can't quite color it in just yet. And for birthday gifts, I am going from $30 to $50. So I will add 20, check my milestones. And for this one, our first milestone is $50. So I can go ahead and take this out because we just hit 50 and cross it off. So yay, I was able to cross off some goals for 2 envelopes. That to me is a huge success and so fun to see. So now I still have my $50 extra, and I think what I'm going to do, because I really want to make sure that I am pouring into house savings as well as our cash savings, I think I'm going to put $20, an additional $20 into each of these, and my extra, let's see, so 20, 20, and then my extra 10, I think I'm going to put into groceries, so into my revolving fund for that. So I'll set that over there. And I will update these two. So my house savings will go from 75 to 95. My cash savings will go from $1,780 to $1,800. So that just means I'm $200 away from my next milestone. And my groceries will go up to $65. Add that 10 in there. And I am all out of cash. So that is it for my envelope stuffing for this week. On Friday, when I go through my weekly breakdown, I'll see the next amount that I can stuff, and I will see you back for my 4th envelope stuffing for May next Tuesday. Again, be sure to check out my Etsy shop to get your own envelopes, and head on over to my Instagram where I may be doing a fun little giveaway soon. See you all in my next video. Bye!